The Golden Brew, a digital renaissance. In a small town on the outskirts of a busy, bustling city, a nondescript corner store became an unlikely sanctuary for the thirsty and the curious. The store, rich in nostalgia, housed a selection of malt liquor that transcended the average convenience store inventory. It was here that a humble drink began its unexpected journey into the annals of internet culture. Chapter 1: The Origin of the Golden Brew. Historically, malt liquor had been dismissed for its high alcohol content and cheap price, often relegated to back alley parties and college frats. However, its origins were steeped in tradition. Brewed in various cultures around the world, it was once cherished by poets, artists, and philosophers as a source of inspiration and camaraderie. In the Middle Ages, taverns served as a heart of communities, where ideas flourished over pints of rich amber ale. Fast forward to the 2020s, the dawn of the social media, where every facet of life was distilled and filtered through screens. Influence as millions of followers began to explore authenticity over perfection. It was here that malt liquor found its second window. Revival of sorts that spoke to a generation tired of pretension. Chapter 2: The Multi Meme Machine. Enter the Golden Brew movement, a grassroots celebration of malt liquor unfurling across digital platforms. The first crack in the fortress of disdain came from a viral meme featuring a memeified image of a hipster drinking malt liquor beverage while wearing oversized glasses, captioned, "Keep it real." The image struck a chord and soon exploded with various meme pages. Suddenly, malt liquor was not just a beverage. It became a symbol of charm and quirkiness. In the chaos of TikTok and Instagram, creatives began to play with the concept further. Videos of spontaneous parties in basements filled with laughter and friends drinking from colorful paper bags capsuled in the spirit of the movement. Challengers emerged. Who could create the most extravagant malt cocktail? The best malt-inspired dance? It was a celebration of community, a rebellion against the mainstream's hyper-fancy cocktail culture. Chapter 3: The Renaissance of Relationships. As malt liquor gained its status among millennials and Gen Z, it also transformed into a vessel of profound connections. Live stream parties became all the rage. As friends from different corners of the world gathered virtually, each holding a can of their favorite brew, like Gatsby's extravagant arrays. These gatherings were filled with laughter, spontaneous performances, and even heartfelt conversations that encouraged vulnerability and openness. Pop-up events called Malt Nights appeared in major cities, inviting attendees to experience a golden brew in a new light. The focus was on inclusivity, where people from various walks of life could come together, revel in nostalgia, and explore the drink's versatility. Alongside craft cocktails, malt-infused dishes were introduced and quickly became a drink of choice at food festivals. Chapter 4: Legacy and Transformation. As the movement snowballed, brands began to recognize the revival of malt liquor's reputation. Innovators started crafting small batch brews infused with the bold flavors inspired by global cuisines. They collaborated with artists, musicians, and social media influencers to create limited edition cans adorned with vibrant, meaningful designs, a mark of respect for the drink's budding renaissance. Yet more importantly, the movement instigated change beyond just products. Underlying conversations about mental health, acceptance, and community arose within the space. Malt liquor became more than just a drink. It stood out as a testament for a century-long journey of overcoming stigma, reminding its followers that everyone has a seat at the table, regardless of social class. Chapter 5: The Dawn of Modern Culture. Years passed, and what began as a mere trend solidified into a cultural movement, cementing itself as a cultural staple of the lives of countless individuals. Academic articles began to be published, analyzing resurgence in cultural significance of malt liquor, and documentaries were produced, tracing its history from ancient to modern times. Malt liquor became a metaphor for resilience, creativity, and unity in a world that often felt disjointed. Online forums flourished, where enthusiasts gathered to discuss their favorite brews and impressions of the latest creations. Vinyl records spun in the background while the joyous laughter of friends, communities rallying behind malt liquor as a symbol of authenticity in the age of art. As people raise their cans of malt liquor, They toasted to the interwoven history, artistry, and joy it brought to their lives. A toast to the glorious dawn of a culture that celebrated the simplest pleasures amidst a complex world. And thus, amidst the memes and retro parties, malt liquor reclaimed its throne in the grand tapestry of modern internet culture, resonating with the beat of 1,000 hearts, echoing the story of unity, love, and life lived distinct